Hey friends, I'm Anuradha from QA Milestone Academy, and in last couple of milestones, we learned to monitor system resources through Telegraph. As long as you want to monitor infrastructure, Telegraph and its plugins are good to go, right? But in case you are building an application which intends to collect custom data and you want to send this data to time series database, and for that matter, if you're doing performance testing and want to send performance testing data to this time series database which you want to further connect it to a visualization tool like Grafana, you need to write a code. And luckily, InfluxDB has got libraries in multiple languages which can help you to send data to time series database in your favorite language. But right now we will only talk about Python. Here in this lecture we will see how, with the help of Python and InfluxDB Python library, we can send data to InfluxDB database. And before we proceed to see that, we have certain requirements which you need to fulfill. The one prerequisite is that you need to have InfluxDB client available. And in case you don't have InfluxDB client and right now you're in this learning phase, you can set up your own InfluxDB instance on maybe Windows, and you can take help from lecture of mine. The other requirement is you need to have Python on your system. So before you write a script, obviously you need to have Python on your system, and in case you don't have Python, you can go through this video of mine to install Python. So hopefully you are ready with prerequisites before you start. And in case you want written instructions, these are available on my blog qamilestone.com, link to which I'll be providing in the description below. So let's get started. Alright, let's check our prerequisites first. I'll go to command prompt and I'll give Python version to verify my Python version set. It is 3.82 currently over here, and I'll go to my Influx CLI and I am able to connect to it on 8086. In one of my last lectures, I installed InfluxDB on Windows. You can go through it. In case you don't have InfluxDB instance available, then I can list databases over here. So these are the databases, right? Now what we need to do to connect to database, we need to have InfluxDB Python client, and right now it is installed on my machine. You need to give this command to install InfluxDB client. Alright, and also this is the link where you can check documentation regarding InfluxDB client, and as it says, InfluxDB is a client for interacting with InfluxDB, and under API documentation you can check the methods available related to it, and we will be talking particularly about InfluxDB client right here. So let's go to idle shell, which comes bundled with Python. And first we will talk in interactive mode, that is, we will not create a script right now, we will see and understand how it talks, right? And first thing first, we have to import from InfluxDB, import InfluxDB client. That's we have to do. Now next thing we have to do is we have to create a client object, and that we can do by instantiating this InfluxDB client and by passing certain arguments like host name, port name, and in case authentication is their username and password. So right now I'll pass host, and in my current case where my InfluxDB instance is available locally, I'll give localhost and port equal to 8086. Okay, so here my client object is created. Now let's list the databases. Okay, and for that let me quickly print it. Print, and I'll give client dot get underscore list underscore database, and it should print the databases which are available. And in case you have any confusion regarding any method, you can directly go to API documentation and you will be able to find relevant methods over here, and obviously you can find the methods which I have used on my post over here. Okay, let me create one database with the help of client, and for that I'll give create underscore database, and I can give this any name over here. Let's say demo underscore db1 this time, and let me print it again. This time we have demo underscore db1 added to our list of databases. Now how to use particular data? Like in CLI we give use db name, right? Here we have to use switch method. To switch to certain database, we'll give switch underscore database and of course the database name over here. And this sounds simple, right? So we are here in the database. And now let's try to do one more thing. Let's try to print the measurements over here. And right now we don't expect any measurements to be available. So it should return empty list. Our next task is to add measurement to this database. And for that, let's first see which method we will be using, and then we will be taking some sample data. If I go to InfluxDB documentation and I give write underscore points, so this is the method which will help us to send measurement to our time series database. And the first thing which we have to note is points. Each measurement is a point. And in write underscore points, we have to pass points. Now this point can be list of dictionaries which we need to write. So effectively, if we go over here, we have this as 1 point and this is just 1 point. Measurement is my response data, tag is request name, request type. So these are the tags and these are the fields, right? So this is very simple data. This is just like example of performance data which can be sent to time series DB. So we'll just copy this data and we'll define it over here. JSON underscore body equal to, there's this 1 point. Let's add one more point over here. So let's add one more point over here by giving simple copy paste. Here instead of request name as launch URL, I'll give login and I can give it as post request. Let it be anything like 138. Let it be this response length. Okay, so we want to insert these 2 points in our DB. All right, now I have to use client dot write underscore points is equal to points, and then I have to pass dictionary, which is list of points over here, right? Dictionary of points, and it returns me true. That means my operation is successful. So let me go to Influx CLI and let me just verify everything over here. So I have show databases, gives me that my database is added over here. I can use this demo underscore db1 to go inside database. Then I can show measurements and it gives me my response data. And then I can further give select star from my response data, right? So I have these 2 measurements added over here, 2 tags, 2 field values, and 1 additional column called time, which is a timestamp. And right now it is a time of data insertion here at the time of data insertion in InfluxDB. We could also have provided time in this data. And if you see my post over here, I have provided time as well by importing date time, and then I have calculated the time at the time of insertion of data itself, right? So now we can also query data. Let's take this itself and let's print results. Okay, so I'll go to idle shell, query data with the help of client.query, and then we can pass simple query like we did in our Influx CLI, and let me print result. Okay, so I'm able to get this data, and similarly I can get particular individual data by filtering with the help of course tag. So let me give login points, and here I have to give my response data. Okay, and here I'll give my response data as measurement. Let's print login underscore points. See, we only retrieve the data related to login with the help of tag. So that was all about it. Let's quickly create a script. So I'll not waste any more time. I'll give you one quickly done script using the commands, using the methods which we have done over here. So that's my script. Okay, and you will find it in my post. From InfluxDB, we imported InfluxDB client, then we instantiated InfluxDB client by giving localhost and port. We switched to DemoDB1, then we created my JSON data, and then we did write point using my JSON data, retrieve the result using query. And the point to note here is my JSON data in real time is not hard-coded data. It is some dynamic data which is retrieved either from application or maybe from the results of performance test data. Okay, all we have to do, we have to get that data in JSON format in a variable and pass this to write underscore points. Friends, I hope I was able to help you through this lecture. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to stay tuned and have more such videos, and don't forget to visit my website qamilestone.com, which talks about more such YouTube series, wonderful posts and my Udemy courses. Thanks for now.